What's up, guys? The Cushion Completionist. We're back again to do our annual top 15 first playthroughs of 2023 this time. So again, the rules are not just games that came out this year. It's my top 15 first playthroughs, backlog, and new games included, because I do try to make an effort of playing some new games every year, but I always fall behind, and I want to include some first playthroughs of some older games in this list, and I couldn't squeeze it into just 10. I thought 15 was a round number, so let's get started with number 15. With number 15, we're starting with a very silly one, Goat Simulator 3. I really recommend you to play this with somebody else. This game was surprisingly very fun. This game knows exactly what it is, knows the silly stuff it needs to do. Trophy hunting in this game in particular was really fun. Yes, there's a few collectibles, but you get to do it makes you do all the silly stuff that you should be doing in Goat Simulator 3. The mechanics are surprisingly vast, and there's a lot to do in this game and a lot of ways to do it. The opportunities of fun are endless. Number 15, Goat Simulator 3. And number 14, I have Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope. I really like the original, and this sequel does everything a sequel should do. Improves on all the mechanics, expands your options of attack, defense, all that stuff. I played mostly with like Peach, Mario, and Luigi, so I had all original Mario characters. I'm not a big fan of like the Rabbids lore and stuff. You don't have to be. If you like XCOM, you like turn-based strategy, you like anything turn-based, this game does it well. Not too long, story's fun. I found it a little bit easier than the first one. I thought it was a very good game. Number 14, Mario Rabbids Sparks of Motherfucking Hope. And number 13, I got Bugsnax. Such an underrated launch PS5 game. Oh, this game is charming in all the right ways. A lot of fun. Maybe a little too long. I wish it was more of a 4-hour game. 6-hour game instead of like an 8 to 12-hour game. The platinum was a little grindy, but it was a lot of fun. It's a great game for a kid. It's funny for an adult, so it's kind of like for all ages. Yeah, just a very chill, fun game. Doesn't ask you to do too much. Just another silly, goofy one. Very good for if you're laid back. Number 13 is Bugsnax. And number 12, I got Lonely Downhill Mountains, a fantastic indie downhill bicycle game. You don't see many cool like sports games like this. I always like sports games that are different than your typical Maddens or FIFAs, and this was right up my alley. A really fun game, kind of a hard game, kind of like a more extreme, faster paced version of like Only Up, but of course like the opposite way, you're going down. I haven't platinumed this game yet. A big goal of 2024 is to platinum this game. We'll be streaming that on Twitch. Follow that Twitch link below if you're interested. But yeah, I beat the base game and I loved every second of it. The sounds. At number 11, I have Road 96. I snuck this platinum in at the very end. Literally at the time of recording this, January 1st, 2024, I platinumed this today. I beat the main game of it yesterday, and I think this game is fantastic. Warning, if you're kind of not in the political mood, maybe don't play this game, because it is not going to shy away from political stances and stuff like that. It's kind of like a narrative world, kind of very based in our reality, maybe a few years down the road. It's about missing teens trying to immigrate to a different country because they don't like the way the country of America is going. And on your travels, you meet everybody, and you play more than once, and you play as like unnamed teens, and you meet the same people in different scenarios. The storytelling of this game is very unique and very well done. Number 11, Road 96. All right, now we're in the top 10. At number 10, I got Inside, the very short indie game. The game Cocoon came out this year, probably last year, or 2023, sorry. And I want to play that in 2024. This game I played in October to get me in the spooky mood. I played this and Limbo kind of back to back. This game is so good. I loved every second of it. The puzzles are definitely a little easier than Limbo. I didn't get stuck too much. They're more simple puzzles. I thought there's more of a storytelling aspect, and yeah, this game lived up to the hype of a lot of people gave to it. Number 10, Inside. At number 9, I have a game that actually did come out this year, Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, pretty much a Jet Set Radio remake. Very well done. Maybe the actual the gameplay loop is maybe a little repetitive. It's why it doesn't rank higher, but the music is banging. The story is pretty good. If you've been missing Jet Set Radio, this is the game you've been waiting for forever. At number 8, I have Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. So I played Breath of the Wild in 2022. Really liked it. I'm very like kind of OCD with some video game strategies of the way I play them. I need to go back and do it chronological order. This is the first Zelda in chronological order. There's a Switch port for it. I actually really like the motion controls in this game. It was actually, I thought, really well done. And during the last final boss, it did give me some trouble. I had to switch from like a Pro controller to motion controls in some points, because like some points were easier that way. But this game is really, really good. Another game that I wish was a little shorter. I wish it was like a 12 to 16 hour game. Instead, this game took me personally like maybe 50, 60 hours. I think it takes most people between 30 and 40. It just took me forever. I actually took like a 3 to 5 month break in between this game, because when you get to the end, they just keep telling you to do stuff. Go get this, go get that, go get that. That's why it doesn't rank higher. If it was shorter, it might be a number 1, number 2 game. But when this game is good, this game is really good. I have a very hot take that I think the best parts of Skyward Sword are better than the best parts in Breath of the Wild. I'm a big Skyward Sword fan, and a goal for 2024, I will be playing Zelda Ocarina of Time. So number 8, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. At number 7, I got the Corey. Man, I just think this game is really underrated. Made by the same team, Until Dawn. I haven't played the games in between that. I've only played Until Dawn and this game. I think this game is better than Until Dawn. I think it's really, really good. It looks fantastic. Until Dawn has some of the best facial animations and photo capture technology there is in the industry today. I think the story is well done. The platinum wasn't too bad either. Yeah, I just want to say it was a perfect game to play in October. It's been on PS Plus forever, and it was gonna leave PS Plus, so I squeezed it in. If you have like 6 people to play with like locally, that might be even a more fun way to play this game. But I played it by myself, and it was a lot of fun. So number 7. All right, at number 6, and by the way, 6 through 1, these are all crazy, fantastic games, kind of interchangeable. These games are kind of flawless. Number 6, got Sackboy's A Big Adventure, another game that I recommend to play with friends rather than by yourself. Very similar to Super Mario 3D World that I played recently before this game. I think this game is better. I love this game so much. Kind of like a multiplayer Astro's Playroom that was the vibe I got. The music is fantastic. The vibes are great. I think the platforming is very sharp. I think the reason this is 6 and not 1 is because, man, the platinum with that Rip Snorter brought me to rages, broke me mentally. A really tough platinum, but a fun game all in all. Number 6, Sackboy Big Adventure. And number 5, I have Marvel Spider-Man 2. I think for the people that know me, they're gonna be surprised this game is only 5. This game is still super fun. I played this all on stream. I had like a 3-day weekend when this game came out, busted it out all in that 3 days. Couldn't stop playing when it actually came out. The reason it's not higher, I think 4 through 1, you're gonna see those games all had like unique mechanics, or they gave me experiences that I've never felt before as a gamer. This game, I kind of knew what it was going into, and I do have some negatives. I feel like they reused way too many combat animations, and there was some corny dialogue. But from moment to moment, when you're just playing the game, you got the controller in your hand, forget all the details and stuff, just play this game and have a fun time. You're not going to find many better games than Spider-Man 2, which is ranked my 5th best game of the year. At number 4, I have Humanity. So I know I said 6 but now 4 through 1, we're talking the most elite tier, probably like top 30 games of all time for me. These games were flawless. It's just personal preference of why I have certain things higher. Humanity is maybe the best puzzle game I've ever played in my life. A very unique puzzle game of like getting a path A to path B while humans are traveling to get them puzzle game. I loved every second of this game. The lore and the story of this game is existential and kind of mind-blowing. Man, there are just play this game. There is a VR version coming out. I know some people are waiting for that. I think that's going to be mind-blowing. I would get a VR just for that. But yeah, I love Humanity. Platinum's not too bad. The game's not too long. It adds mechanics over and over again. Like 7 hours in, they're like, oh, here's something new. It's like it turns into like a RTS. I think calling this game just a puzzle game is a disservice. It's an everything game. This game is fantastic. Number 4, I have Humanity. And number 3, I have Jusant, another game that actually did come out this year, like a lot of the other top games you saw on the list. I love this game. Just like a lot of these games that are near the top are just like simply this breath of fresh air game, especially this one goes short. It's 2 to 4 hours long, and I just love the mechanics of this game. It gives you the good L2 R2 clan mechanics, and it doesn't give you too much else. Yes, there's other elements, about 3 or 4 or 5 maybe tops of other puzzle elements that you have to do to get to your climbing location, but it's just climbing. Enjoy the story. There might be a few flaws. There might be too many letters, like you're seeing right now with the B-roll behind me. But man, this game is so good. The music is fantastic. There's like 5 levels. Each level is kind of a different environment. It's just the epitome of a short and sweet video game. And mechanically, it's really well done. It's something I've never played before. And number 2, I have Inscription, another game that just completely blew my mind with storytelling. When it comes to like breaking the fourth wall and making it feel like the gamer is truly a part of the game experience, nothing does it better than Inscription. It's fantastic. Kind of also like a turn-based, a lot of a tactics game with the cards and stuff like that. And you kind of have to learn yourself. It's not like that you can like look up a guide and find out this game. You gotta get good at it yourself. And I just love it. And it's tough to say what's good about this game without spoiling it. I think you just got to go in and give it a try. It's not for everybody, but for me, this game just clicked. The 100% was really, really difficult, but made me appreciate the game even more. And number 2, I have Inscription. And my number 1 game of the year, and it wasn't really close, it was Sea of Stars. I've never played a game like that. I've never played any Final Fantasy. I've never played Chrono Trigger or anything like this game before. Sea of Stars was like my first JRPG, if you want to call that what that is. And it just blew my mind. I loved every second of this game. Maybe a little bit of a slow start, but once it hooks you with the characters, it really does. I read out loud every bit of dialogue in this game and really immersed myself into the storytelling. The gameplay is flawless. The music is, oh my god, fantastic. Yeah, I'll be honest, this and Sifu are the 2 best games you can play on a PS5 right now. And I think the gap behind these 2 games, this and Sifu, is a significant margin. This game is so good. It's a pretty easy plat too, I think. There's some collectibles, but it's not too bad. But man, I love every second of this game. I beat this game pretty recently. I played it in December, and now that I've platinumed, I'm like, what do I do now? It's one of those games that just blows your mind. This game, probably one of the more emotional games that I've ever played, and brought more emotions out of me than maybe any game ever. My game of the year is Sea of Stars.